Welcome, dear listener, to another journey with the storyteller. Tonight, we are not traveling to distant planets or exploring hidden universes. Tonight, we are exploring something closer, something that touches every single part of our lives, something that can shape your future, your relationships, your success. Tonight, we are talking about communication. Yes, communication. The one skill that decides whether your ideas are heard or ignored, whether people feel inspired by you or forget you within seconds, whether you build bridges or walls. Over the next 5 chapters, we will dive deep into the science, the psychology, and the timeless art of communication. I will tell you stories, share practical tools, and guide you step by step so that by the end of the series, you will not just talk, you will connect, you will influence, you will leave an impact. So get comfortable, open your heart, open your mind, and let's begin. Chapter 1, The Power of Words. Imagine this scene. You are sitting in a meeting, your heart is beating fast. You have a brilliant idea to share, but when it's your turn to speak, your throat tightens, your mind freezes, and the words come out flat, confusing, weak. People nod politely, then move on. Your idea lost. Now imagine a different scene. Same meeting, same idea, but this time, your words flow like water. You speak with calmness. You pause at the right moments. Your words paint pictures in people's minds. And suddenly, people are leaning forward. They are listening. They are nodding. Your idea is alive. That is the power of words, the science of words. Scientists have discovered something fascinating about the brain. When you hear a story, your brain doesn't just process the language. It actually activates as if you are experiencing the story. If the story is about running, the part of your brain that controls movement lights up. If the story is about taste, your sensory cortex becomes active. This is why stories feel real. This is why words can move people to tears, to laughter, even to action. In fact, research published in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews shows that well-told stories increase oxytocin, the hormone that builds trust and connection. So when you speak with clarity, with emotion, with the right pacing, you are not just sharing information. You are literally creating a chemical change in someone else's brain. That is the power you hold every time you open your mouth. Storytelling, humanity's oldest tool, long before we had books, or screens, or microphones. Humans gathered around fires and told stories. Stories taught lessons. Stories passed wisdom. Stories built tribes. Even today, think about the greatest speeches in history. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "I have a dream," and painted a vision of a better world. Steve Jobs said, "Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone." Simple, clear, powerful. They didn't just talk. They told a story. Practical tools for stronger words. Here are some tools you can use, starting today, to strengthen your communication. 1. Keep it simple. Short sentences are powerful. Big, complicated words create distance. Simple language creates connection. 2. Pause. Silence is not your enemy. It gives your listener time to process. It makes your words sound important. 3. Use images. Paint pictures with words. Say her smile lit up the room, instead of she was happy. 4. Stay positive, even when delivering hard truths. Frame them with hope. People respond to light more than darkness. 5. Read and listen. The more words you feed your mind, the more tools you have when you speak. Build your vocabulary like a builder. Think of vocabulary like a toolbox. The more tools you have, the more beautifully you can build. Read books. Listen to great speeches. Notice how they use words to inspire and persuade. A study from the University of California found that children who hear more words early in life develop higher IQs and better social skills. So imagine what happens if you start today, at any age, feeding your mind with powerful words. Small exercise. Here's a simple challenge for you. Every day, learn one new word, not just its meaning, but also its feeling. Use it in a sentence that same day. Make it yours. Over time, your ability to express yourself will grow. Your confidence will grow. And so will the respect people give you when you speak. Words are seeds. They can grow into walls or bridges. They can create distance or a connection. The choice is always yours. Now that we have explored the power of words, in the next chapter, we will explore something even more important, the art of listening. Because communication is not just about speaking. It's about hearing, feeling, understanding. Stay with me. The journey has just begun. Chapter 2, The Art of Listening. Take a deep breath, because this chapter is different. This chapter is not about what you say. It's about what you hear. And believe me, most people never really learn this art. Most people think they are good listeners, but they are only waiting for their turn to speak. Real listening, true listening, is rare. And that is exactly why it is so powerful. Listening, the forgotten half of communication. Let's start with a truth most people ignore. Communication is not a one-way street. It's a dance. If speaking is one step, listening is the next step. Miss that step, and the whole dance falls apart. The science of listening. Neuroscientists have discovered something fascinating about the brain during conversation. When two people truly connect, when one is speaking and the other is deeply listening, their brain waves start to synchronize. Yes, really. This phenomenon is called neural coupling. It means your brain actually begins to mirror the other person's brain. The listener is not just hearing words. They are sharing the speaker's mental state. And that's why real listening builds trust, lowers defenses, and opens a door to real connection. Let me tell you a story. A young man once went to a wise teacher and said, "Master, I want to learn the secret of great communication." The teacher smiled. "Follow me," he said. He took the young man to a quiet river. "Listen," the teacher whispered. The student stood silently. He heard the birds, the wind, the water. After a while, the teacher asked, "What did you hear?" The young man said, "I heard the river flowing." The teacher nodded. "Good. Listen again." This time, the student listened deeper. He heard the soft splash of fish. He heard the wind changing direction. The teacher smiled. "This is listening," he said, "when you stop listening only to words and start listening to everything." Levels of listening. There are 3 levels of listening. Level 1, internal listening. This is when you're only half listening and mostly thinking about what you will say next. You catch some words, but miss the meaning. Level 2, focus listening. This is when you pay attention to the words, but nothing else. You understand the message, but not the emotion. Level 3, deep listening. This is the highest level. You hear the words, you feel the emotion behind them, and you notice what is not being said. This is where true connection happens. Psychology of feeling heard. A Harvard study found that when people feel heard, their stress levels drop, their heart rate slows, their body releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This is why simply listening, without interrupting, without judging, without trying to fix someone, can heal relationships faster than any speech. Practical tools for better listening. Let's make this practical. Here are some tools you can start using right now. 1. Be fully present. Put your phone away. Look at the person. Show them that they matter. 2. Use your body. Nod gently. Lean slightly forward. Your body should say, "I am here. I am listening." 3. Listen for emotion. Ask yourself, what are they really feeling? Not just what they're saying. 4. Pause before responding. Let silence do its work. Give space for the other person to finish completely. 5. Reflect back. Repeat what you heard in your own words. This shows you understood and gives them a chance to clarify. The power of silence. Many people are afraid of silence, but silence is not empty. Silence is full of meaning. When you stay quiet for a moment after someone finishes speaking, it tells them you are thinking about what they said. It shows respect. It can even make them open up more. Exercise for deep listening. Here's a simple exercise you can try tonight. Find someone you trust. Ask them to talk for 5 minutes about something that matters to them. Your job is simple. Just listen. Don't interrupt. Don't give advice. Just nod, smile, and stay fully present. After they finish, tell them what you heard and ask if you got it right. You'll be amazed how deeply this simple act can strengthen your connection. Why listening makes you a better speaker. Here's the secret most people miss. The better you listen, the better you speak. Because listening teaches you how people think, what they care about, what language moves them. Every great speaker was first a great listener. So, listening is not just a skill. It's a gift you give others and to yourself. When you truly listen, you make people feel seen. You make them feel valued. And in return, they open their hearts to you. They trust you. They follow you. In the next chapter, we will explore another crucial skill, body language. Because communication is not just what you say or what you hear, but what you show. Stay tuned. This journey is only getting better. Chapter 3, Mastering Body Language. Take a moment before we begin. Notice how you are sitting right now. Are your shoulders relaxed or tense? Are you leaning forward or slouching back? Even though I can't see you, your body is already saying something. And that, my friend, is the topic of today's chapter. Your body speaks before you do. Psychologists have discovered something fascinating. When two people meet, the brain takes less than 1 second to form a first impression. Less than 1 second. And here's the surprising part. That impression is based more on your body language than on the actual words you say. Researchers from UCLA found that over 55% of communication is nonverbal. Your gestures, your posture, your facial expressions, your tone of voice. Words are just the tip of the iceberg. The science of nonverbal signals. Your brain has a special network called mirror neurons. These neurons fire when you take an action, and also when you see someone else take the same action. This is why body language is so powerful. When you smile, you activate mirror neurons in the listener's brain, and they feel a little happier too. When you cross your arms and look closed off, their brain picks up the signal, and they feel defensive. Your body is not just moving. It is transmitting emotional signals directly into someone else's mind. A quick story. Let me take you to a job interview. Two candidates walk into the room. Candidate A walks in with slouched shoulders, no eye contact, and sits down with a nervous shuffle. Candidate B walks in with a gentle smile, stands tall, makes warm eye contact, and sits calmly. Both give equally good answers. But who do you think gets the job? You already know, because communication is not just about what you say. It's about what you show. Key elements of body language. Let's break it down into 4 simple areas you can master. 1. Posture. Stand tall. Imagine a string gently pulling your head upwards. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Good posture signals confidence and calmness. 2. Eye contact. Look at the person when you speak. Not too much, not like a stare, but just enough to show attention. Studies show that people who maintain eye contact are rated as more trustworthy and persuasive. 3. Gestures. Use your hands naturally. Don't freeze them, but don't wave wildly either. Open palms signal honesty. Closed fists or pointing fingers can feel aggressive. 4. Facial expressions. Your face should match your message. Smile when sharing good news. Show concern when listening to someone's pain. A mismatch between your words and your face confuses people and makes them trust you less. The power of presence. Body language is not just about posing in a certain way. It's about how present you are in the moment. When you are calm inside, your body naturally relaxes. Your gestures become smoother. Your presence becomes magnetic. That's why meditation and breathing exercises are so helpful for communicators. A few slow breaths before a meeting can change how your body shows up. Practical body language habits. Here are some easy habits you can start today. Before speaking, take 1 deep breath. Relax your shoulders. When listening, face the person. Nod gently to show you are following. When presenting, plant your feet firmly. Avoid pacing too much. Let your hands move naturally with your words. When nervous, slow down. Breathe deeply. Remember, stillness feels powerful. Reading other people's body language. This skill is just as important. Notice when someone leans away. They may be uncomfortable. Notice when they cross their arms. They may be feeling defensive. Notice when their eyes light up. You've said something that matters to them. By reading these subtle signals, you can adjust your message in real time and build stronger connection. Exercise for mastering body language. Try this tonight in front of a mirror. Say a simple sentence like, "I'm happy to be here." Now say it 3 ways. 1. With slouched shoulders and no eye contact. 2. With a fake forced smile. 3. With an open posture, gentle smile, and relaxed tone. Feel the difference? That's the power of congruence. When your body and words say the same thing. So, your body is speaking all the time, even in silence. When you master this language, you gain a secret advantage. People will trust you more. They will listen to you more. They will feel you more. And that is the foundation of influence. In the next chapter, we will explore one of the most powerful communication tools of all, your voice. Because your voice is not just sound, it is music. And when you learn to use it well, it can move people's hearts. Stay with me. The best is yet to come. Chapter 4, The Power of Your Voice. Close your eyes for a moment. Think of someone whose voice inspires you. Maybe it's a leader you admire. Maybe it's an actor, a teacher, or even a loved one. What do you feel when you hear that voice? Warmth? Confidence? Calmness? Excitement? Now think of a different voice. A voice that sounds rushed, or monotone, or flat. How do you feel then? Uninterested? Distracted? Even annoyed? That, my friend, is the power of your voice. Your voice is an instrument. Most people think of their voice as just a tool for speaking words. But your voice is actually an instrument, a living, breathing instrument, capable of creating emotion in others. Just like music can make you cry, or dance, or feel chills. Your voice can move people. It can inspire them, calm them, motivate them. The question is, are you using it to its full potential? The science of vocal impact. Studies show that the tone of your voice carries 5 times more meaning than the words themselves. In fact, research by Dr. Albert Morabian found that when we communicate feelings and attitudes, 38% of the message comes from tone of voice and only 7% from words. That means your voice matters more than what you say. Your audience is always asking silently, do I trust this person? Do I believe them? Do I feel safe with them? Your voice answers those questions. Before your words do, a story from history. Let me tell you a story. In 1940, during the darkest days of World War II, Britain needed a leader who could lift the nation's spirit. Winston Churchill stepped forward. His speeches were not just words. They were a call to action when he said, "We shall fight on the beaches. We shall never surrender." It wasn't just what he said. It was how he said it. His deep, steady, unshakable voice carried courage into millions of homes. And it gave people hope when they had none. That is the power of voice. Key elements of a powerful voice. Let's break it down into 4 parts you can practice. 1, pitch. Pitch is how high or low your voice sounds. Too high and you sound nervous. Too low and you may sound intimidating. Aim for a warm, natural middle range. It makes you sound confident and approachable. 2, pace. Pace is how fast you speak. When you speak too fast, people feel rushed and anxious. When you speak too slow, people may lose interest. Find a natural rhythm and use pauses for impact. Remember, a pause can be more powerful than a sentence. 3, tone. Tone is the emotional color of your voice. Is it friendly, curious, sincere, or bored and flat? Smile when you talk, even on the phone, because your smile changes the tone of your voice. 4, volume. Volume is not just about loudness. It's about control. Speak loud enough to be heard, but not so loud that you overpower. And sometimes, a whisper can grab attention more than a shout. Breath, the secret of vocal power. Your voice starts with breath. If you breathe shallow and fast, your voice will sound tight. If you breathe deep and slow, your voice will sound strong and calm. Practice diaphragmatic breathing, breathing deeply into your belly. Place a hand on your stomach. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Feel your stomach rise. Then speak a sentence. Notice how much fuller your voice sounds. Exercises to strengthen your voice. Here are some exercises you can try daily. 1. Humming. Hum for 1 minute every morning to warm up your vocal cords. 2. Tongue twisters. Practice sentences like red leather, yellow leather. This improves clarity. 3. Reading aloud. Read a page from a book, but exaggerate your tone and pacing. This trains vocal flexibility. 4. Recording yourself. Record a short message. Play it back. Notice your tone, speed, and pitch. Adjust until it sounds engaging. Using your voice to influence. Your voice can create emotion in others. Use a softer tone to calm someone. Use a higher energy tone to motivate a team. Use a slower pace to deliver bad news with care. Great communicators know how to tune their voice, like tuning a guitar, to match the emotion of the moment. Why voice practice builds confidence. When your voice sounds good to you, you feel good. And when you feel good, you speak with courage. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to speak anyway, with a steady voice. So, your voice is more than sound. It is your emotional signature. When you learn to control it, you can hold attention. You can inspire trust. You can make people feel something. And when people feel something, they remember you. In the final chapter, we will put everything together. We will learn how to connect with anyone, in any situation, and make your words unforgettable. Stay tuned. The journey is about to reach its most powerful point. Chapter 5, Connecting with People and Leaving an Impact. Take a deep breath with me, because this is where it all comes together. You've learned about the power of words. You've learned the rare art of listening. You've learned how your body speaks. You've learned how to shape your voice like music. Now, it's time to put all into action, because communication is not just about learning skills. It's about using them to touch lives. Connection, the heart of communication. Let's get one thing straight. The goal of communication is not to sound smart. It is not to impress people. It is not even to win arguments. The goal of communication is connection. When you connect with someone, they remember you. They trust you. They are open to your message. And that is when true influence begins. The science of human connection. Modern neuroscience has shown something beautiful. When two people have a meaningful conversation, their brain waves actually sync up. This is called interpersonal neurosynchronization. In simple terms, your brain and their brain start dancing together. This is why a deep conversation feels magical. This is why you can just know what the other person is feeling. And this is why great communicators feel magnetic, because they create this synchronization on purpose. A story of connection. Let me share a true story. Fred Rogers, yes, Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, was known for his ability to connect with anyone, especially children. Once, he was speaking to a boy with autism. The boy had trouble expressing himself. Most adults would have rushed the conversation, but Mr. Rogers didn't. He sat quietly. He waited. He nodded gently. Minutes passed. Then the boy slowly reached out and placed his hand on Mr. Rogers' hand. No words were spoken, but connection was made. This is what true communication feels like. Step 1. Be fully present. Connection begins with presence. When you are distracted, people can feel it. When you are fully there, with your mind, body, and attention, people feel safe. They feel seen. Put away your phone. Look at the person. Take a breath. And just be there. Step 2. Listen before you speak. Great communicators do not rush to fill silence. They listen. They let the other person finish. They ask questions. They make the other person feel heard. When you listen first, Your words later carry more weight. Step 3. Match their energy. Connection is easier when you meet people where they are. If someone is speaking softly, lower your voice. If someone is excited, match their enthusiasm. This is not fake. This is respect. You are saying, I see you. I feel you. I am with you. Step 4. Use your body and voice together. Your body language should match your words. Your voice should match your message. When you say, I'm excited to work with you, smile, lean slightly forward. Let your tone rise with warmth. When you say, I understand how hard this must be for you, soften your voice. Slow your pace. Let empathy show in your face. When your body, words, and tone align, your message becomes powerful. Step 5. Share stories, not just facts. Facts tell. Stories sell. If you want people to remember what you say, wrap your message in a story. A story about you. A story about someone they know. A story about something real. Because stories activate the listener's brain and make your message unforgettable. Step 6. Leave a positive emotional trace. Think of every conversation as leaving an emotional fingerprint. Do people walk away feeling lighter or heavier? Do they feel encouraged or drained? Do they feel seen or dismissed? Your goal is to leave people feeling better, even if the conversation was difficult. This is how trust and loyalty grow. Practical exercise, the connection challenge. Here's a challenge for you. Today, find one person, a friend, a colleague, even a stranger. Spend 5 minutes just connecting. Ask a sincere question about them. Listen deeply. Match their tone and body language. Reflect back what they said. End with a positive comment or smile. Notice how they respond. Notice how you feel. Do this daily, and you will rewire your brain to become a natural connector. The ripple effect of connection. When you connect with one person, you are not just impacting them. You are impacting everyone they connect with later. Your kindness travels. Your words echo. Your influence grows beyond what you can see. So, this is it. You now hold the keys to powerful communication. You know how to use words like a painter uses colors. You know how to listen like a wise friend. You know how to let your body speak with confidence. You know how to make your voice move hearts. And now, you know how to connect deeply, meaningfully with anyone. Communication is not just a skill. It is an act of service. It is a way of saying, I see you, I value you, I respect you. And when you practice these skills, you will see your relationships transform. You will see your career grow. You will see doors open that were once closed. Because people don't just remember what you said, they remember how you made them feel. And that, my friend, is a true art of communication. So go out there, speak with courage, listen with your heart, and leave every person you meet a little better than you found them. And that brings us to the end of this journey, my friend. You now have the tools to transform your communication, to speak with clarity, to listen with empathy, to connect with anyone, anywhere. If this video helped you, give it a like, share it with someone who needs it, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another powerful story here on The Storyteller. Remember, great communication can change your life. It can open doors you never thought possible. So start today, practice what you've learned, and keep coming back because your story is just beginning.